Nothing. Zero. They had no respect. They had no coordination. They didn't talk. I never even had a conversation with the lady. They didn't even do the right thing as far as giving us the resources that we need, and they want to blame us. And now I understand some of their camp is blaming Joe Biden.
What did I tell y'all? Before we even got this far, did I not tell y'all that the Democrats are imploding? Did I not say that? And look at it now. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. I appreciate you taking time out of your day or your evening to view my content. Make sure that if you are following me, that you're following me on all the platforms you see above and the ones below. Hitting this like button right here is how my content can consistently be recommended to you. It also helps push my content out in the shadow banning YouTube algorithm. And also, when you subscribe to this channel, okay, make sure you hit the bell notification right there. Bing! Make sure you hit that, and it'll bring up a little column that says all notifications, some notifications, no notifications. Turn on all notifications. That way you will be notified when I post a video like this. So ladies and gentlemen, we told you that this would happen. I told you that this was happening. There's going to come down to a whole lot of blame gaming going on, and people are completely pissed off. They are mad. They're upset. The Dems are fighting amongst each other. But why wouldn't they? Shouldn't you expect that from them? Because that's what they've always been a party of. What am I talking about? I will tell you right after this.
Post-election political drama played out in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania as the matchup between incumbent Senator Bob Casey and Republican Dave McCormick is still, as you can see right there, too close to call.
Meanwhile, all new this morning, the Philly DNC chairman is torching the Harris campaign.
Let me just say this. McCormick won. Casey's in denial. There is no path to winning. Brian Yennis is live in Philadelphia. Brian.
Good morning, guys. The Democratic blame game and infighting here in Pennsylvania is heating up after Vice President Kamala Harris turned out fewer votes in Philadelphia as of now, with 99% of the vote counted, than President Biden and former Secretary Hillary Clinton. We spoke to Philadelphia's Democratic Party Chair Bob Brady, who blames the Harris campaign.
The national campaign, nothing, zero. They had no respect. They had no coordination. They didn't talk. I never even had a conversation with the lady. They didn't even do the right thing as far as giving us the resources that we need, and they want to blame us. And now I understand some of their camp is blaming Joe Biden. Can you imagine blaming Joe Biden for her loss? She lost. He didn't lose.
Based on your experience in Philadelphia, do you think that it is indicative of how this campaign was run nationwide?
It kind of seems that way, don't it? I mentioned our collar counties. They didn't give them any respect. They were screaming and hollering for signs. They didn't get them to the last minute.
While the Harris campaign lashing out, releasing a photo of Brady standing next to Harris and Tim Walz. And then they said in part, quote, the Pennsylvania for Harris team knocked more than 2 million doors in the weekend leading up to Election Day, which is 2 million more doors than Bob Brady's organization can claim to have knocked during his entire tenure as party chairman. Brady says the Harris campaign gave them about half the resources that they need and relied way too heavily on outsiders.
These people coming from other parts of the country, they don't relate. They got a clipboard, they're knocking on the door, drop a literature and take off. They don't say, how's mom, how's your dad, how's your kids doing, how's your son? You know, that's the more important. It's the human touch when you have your committee people doing that in the neighborhoods where they live in.
Did y'all catch on? Y'all catch on to the memo? What was being said, what was being done in here? Blaming you, blaming on me. If you was in my shoes, you do the same to me. The repercussions they felt from the hand that was dealt, they'd used up all the aces where their faces being held. Yeah. Y'all like, dude, what are you talking about? My point is what I was saying before y'all saw that video. Division. Division. Look at that. They wanted to sow division in America. They wanted to sow division based on how we all decide how we want to do with our own bodies. Yeah, ladies, y'all don't know this. You thinking that Trump is taking away your rights when he's actually literally giving you your rights. What are you talking about, Ty? This whole ordeal about y'all thinking that Trump is trying to take away your rights with the A word, you know, rhymes with abortion. You thinking that he's trying to take away your rights when he's literally giving the rights to the states. He took them from the government to give them to the states so that you and I, we the people will vote on what we want to do in regards to that. But that's for another subject. My point is telling you this is this. These last 4 years, we've seen the greatest divide. It had nothing to do with Biden winning, because after Biden won, what happened after that? Women started having men in their bathrooms. Men started getting in women's sports. We didn't even know. Now you guys that are watching this that might be loonies, some of y'all younger ones, y'all didn't even know what a woman was. They telling you that there's not more than two, it rhymes with ender, because YouTube gonna flag me if I say it. Y'all said that there's infinity. Y'all got all these pronouns and prenouns and postnouns, noun nouns and compounds and all this nonsense. Sowing division. They sowed division when they made it out to be like a crook amongst us blacks, was hailed as a hero. Sowed division that way. They sowed division based off of our race. They sowed division based off our religion. They were just sowing division left and right, and then yet blaming it on Trump. It was a classic example of everything they claimed that Trump was doing or trying to do. They were literally doing it in our face, but some of y'all can't see it because of your dislike for Trump. And honestly, when you see things that way, it's actually saying a lot about you more than it is about the person that you think is bad. You were deceived. You were tricked. You went along with the rhetoric without questioning. And now that it didn't go your way, you are so completely butthurt. People are screaming and yelling and all that. It's crazy. Anyway, did you not see this though? They didn't even help him. They don't care. It always will be and always has been about globalists who are working with spiritual evil entities to control the world. These people, I don't care if they're Republican or Democrat. If any of them are working with spiritual entities, you can call them fallen angels, Nephilim, call them aliens, you can call them what you want to. They've always been around. They've always been here. They didn't come from outer space or anything. They've always been here from day one. Okay? Y'all don't have to believe me, think I'm cuckoo. It doesn't matter. Those spirits that I'm speaking of, they know me and they know exactly what I'm talking about. And they would rather have you, he going off on some cuckoo dumb stuff. Yeah, keep on thinking that, okay? Anyway, these elites or these globalists are working in direct contact with these spiritual evil entities that hate you. So check this out. Their own party, this chairman that just spoke, Kamala Harris, he said they didn't even provide them with any resources. He never even met the woman, never even talked to her. And then they would turn around and say the reason why they lost is because of the Pennsylvania. Look what they did in Pennsylvania when they didn't even meet them, didn't even talk to them. They didn't care because it was all about keeping power, keeping control, staying in contact with those spiritual entities to carry out all this craziness on the world, on us, on this nation. And as you can see, everything that this administration allowed those evil spirit entities to influence them to do, look at the ramifications of what that's had on this nation. Inflation, high death tolls, high A rates, rhymes with abortion rates, high crime rates, people coming into over the border in astronomical numbers, housing being given to them. We're having to foot that bill. Now Trump's back in, all of a sudden, see some things changing. Don't believe me? Mayor Eric Adams, all of a sudden, put a halt on providing these folks with stuff. I wonder why that happened. Is it possible that Mayor Eric Adams had a foot on his throat and had to do that? Or is it possible he see what Trump's getting ready to do? So let me go ahead and pull back, knowing that Trump is Mr. New York himself. I got to do something. Is it because Mayor Eric Adams agreed with Trump and the Republicans in regards to how these illegals are coming in and completely depleting us of our resources? When he spoke out, all of a sudden they want to investigate him. Who knows what it is? But I can tell you what, it's amazing that they did this to them. But at the same time, it shouldn't be surprising. Because folks, I don't care if you're on the right or the left. If you are operating with those evil entities, they do not care what side are you on, as long as you are carrying out their agenda. And it all comes down to something that's simple. To eradicate you that are made in the image of God, to eradicate you of your spirit, to eradicate you of your soul. They want to completely deplete you of, and that's why we have a crazy high astronomical number of cases of mental illness. Anyway, let me know what you guys all think about this. What do you think about the Democrat Party imploding on each other and turning on each other? Whatever the case may be, you guys leave it in the comment section after this video. Don't forget to do what you see in that cloud right there, if you would, please. And we're trying to get to that number, y'all. We got 2 more months to try to make it to 450,000 subs. So let people know about the channel, encourage them to subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys on the next one, okay? The next video that I will be doing in chronological order will be up here. Things that I do as a variety will be down here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.